Today I'm joined with a very, very, very special guest. This is Jayvee Pacifico from California. This gentleman has been in Enagic for 15 years.
Right.
He's the #1 in the whole entire company, 6A10-6.
Woo!
Yes, so I have the honor and privilege today of interviewing him to get inside his mind, to share us some secrets on how we can go out there to be more successful in our business. So Jayvee,
Yes.
one question I have for you
Okay.
is, if you were brand new, you had to start all over again, what would you do differently?
There's nothing to be done differently.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nothing to be done. Just make a list of your prospect, learn the business, and learn the the skill set. How to do a demo. Those are the most important thing.
So when you're working with a new prospect or a new client,
Right.
a new business builder, the #1 thing you have them do is
Make a list.
make a list.
That's the first thing.
And let's talk about this list. What does it need to consist of?
Okay, list of prospects. You don't judge who are people who are like buyers or not. Just make a list of all the people you know.
And how many
Yeah.
people would you say would be on this list?
In mine, when I started, it's about 60.
60.
Yeah, about 60.
And then you as a leader, do you help them go down this list and call them, or you have them call them? Is there a script?
No, they will, invite them. There's a script, but there's a simple one. Just make sure that you don't tell about machine. Just
Okay.
tell about the benefit of the water, what they feel.
So do you have that script memorized? You could maybe share it with us right now?
Yeah, it's like, hi, this is Jayvee. I would like to invite, you guys come to my place, and I'll share you an information that is really important for your family.
And so then
Yes.
they come over, nothing really about the water, just
No.
come over,
Just come over.
not a lot
Or
of info?
sometimes I'll go to your house. Tell
Okay.
them. Yeah, I do one-on-one.
Okay.
So when they get to the house, it's like what we call ABC system.
Okay.
Yeah, A is me. I mean the sponsor, right? I'm not
Yep.
that sponsor, but I'm the. And then the B is the referral. The guy who refers that person, right?
Okay.
So the C, of course, the customer,
Got it.
right? So tell them when we get to the house, right?
Yep.
Don't say a word. Just introduce me as
Got
a
it.
sponsor. So when I start doing a presentation, don't say a word, just watch. It's part of the training too.
Okay.
And then there's a time where you have to speak when your client asks you, how does it feel really, right? So there's already information set that you have been using it, and you have that definite advantages. So that's it.
Okay. So
That's it.
just to kind of 10-foot overview of this.
Right,
So
right.
you're creating a list about 60 people.
Right,
You're having your new client that just
Right.
signed up call the list.
Uh huh.
Say, this is Jayvee. I'm really excited to share with you some information.
Sure.
Don't tell them exactly what it is.
Right.
Just set the appointment.
Right. Right.
With the appointment, the new person come and you come,
yes.
AB, and then the customer's there.
Right. Right.
You are doing the demo,
Yes.
and then your new prospect also shares their story.
Right.
And then after that, what happens?
Then I close the safe. I will ask all the time. I said, do you have any other questions? If they said no, then I just pull out my folder with the application form and just here it is.
Okay. And are you also telling them about the business opportunity, or just
After?
the health? After they sign up?
Yeah. After they sign up.
Okay, so it's
'Cause-
just the health, and then after they sign up,
Yeah.
you're talking about
yeah.
the business.
I just tell them about the referral system
Okay.
that we do have.
What's
Usually
that-
I don't tell about the business, the word business, because most of them are not really into business.
Okay.
You know?
So tell us about the conversation you have with them. If I was the person that you just sold me the
Yeah,
machine.
you sold your machine. I
Yep.
said, hey, you know what? If you have a referral, and this is what it will, it will do to you. Okay, they'll give you, the company will give you a referral check. So if you have 10 sales referral who bought the machine, your system is already paid off. I just focus on the 10.
Okay. And so if they say that sounds great, what's the next step from there?
Then we'll have to make, the same process.
The list.
The list.
And calling the
yeah,
list.
I'm going to the list, their list. Yeah.
Okay. And so at what point are you saying, okay, number B, you're number A, your prospect, your client's number B?
When we have like about 3 or 4 referrals, because the thing is that most referrals, you know them, right? So once they do their own referral, that will be different because those are the referrals of their referrals, so they don't know them. So that's when the
Right.
time will be the A. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Yeah.
So how soon after you leave the equation then?
Usually about 5 or 6.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you do their own demo, right? So I usually tell them, tell me when are you going to do a demo? My cell phone is open.
Okay.
Yeah. So if there's any question, right, during your presentation, call me. Right? It's a lifeline.
Yes.
Hey,
And
hey,
so-
Jayvee, I got a problem. I would say, what's the question? It's easier that way. It's faster.
Right.
Yeah.
And so about this demonstration, that's one of the fears that a lot of people have is doing the actual presentation.
Right.
How are you able to get people over that fear to take action?
Yeah, I always tell them, I always joke with them. No, you know what? If you do your demo, no matter what, you're always right. There's no mistake because the client don't know anything about it.
It's true.
That's why I said a bee should just shut their mouth. Because sometimes this is what they do. Oh, you forgot the oil. They don't even know what the oil.
Right.
Forget it, man. Just go. And that's where it's very common. How about the tea? They don't know anything about it.
Yeah, they don't need to know.
They don't need to know. They don't know
Ready to
anything.
purchase.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
That's fine.
And how long would you say this process takes from start to finish? You enter their door. How long are you typically?
Usually you have to build rapport. Of course.
Right.
What I do is when I go in the room where I introduce, I already look and observing what car they drive, what they have, like a big TV, whatever, vacuum cleaner, whatever. I just observe what they have.
Uh-huh.
So I know that this is a potential buyer.
Okay, so you're kind of looking to see if they have income coming in, possibly.
Yeah.
That you're in an environment where they will purchase.
Right.
Is there any pre-qualifying that goes along if you're talking to number B or letter B and you're saying, hey, tell me a little bit about these people's finances.
always.
Are they both going to be there?
Usually they tell the profession. Oh, this guy is a doctor, and this guy's work for.
Okay.
These are little things that you can base that, where they are financially.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are some other insights you can share with us on if you're getting started or if you've been in the business and you're just kind of trying to learn more information and really trying to figure out this business?
Mm-hmm. Well, the first thing is you have to plug in yourself. There are lots of presentation going on, so you should be there. Even if you don't have a guest, just be there, just to learn, because there are different ways of doing, and you can put together those nuggets and put it together for your own. You cannot copy Daniel De Macali. I cannot copy you either, right? So you have to do your own. So
Right.
once you have that, and then you put your own personality, that's all it is. It's not really,
Right. So
But
keeping
people are just like
keeping
scared.
yourself plugged in,
right.
meaning that if you're at an event in your local area and you
Right.
don't have prospects coming,
Just go.
come anyway.
Come anyways.
Learn.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that too over 8 years of doing this, is that the people show up are the people who gets results.
Right.
And you've done a lot of different styles of demos,
Mhm,
restaurant demos, hotel
Yes.
demos,
Right.
building for big events.
Mhm.
Which demonstration style would you say works the best?
It-
Home, events,
Oh, to me, home demos.
okay.
To me, is number one.
With just one-on-one or with a group?
No, one-on-one's fine.
Okay.
Or two families, Two families will
Two
be good.
families.
Yeah.
And let's say that the client doesn't buy at
Mhm.
the end. What
Okay.
is the process then?
Well, what I do, because when I do a presentation, my home presentation, I bring my machine. I
Okay.
hooked it up so they can see how it looks in their kitchen,
Oh.
And then I tell them, hey, this is how you operate, I presume that they already, they want to buy the machine.
Right.
And then if they are undecided yet, so I'm gonna do is because most houses they have their, water jugs. I mean, what
Yeah.
do you call this?
Yep.
So I ask them to just throw it away, dump it, and I'll fill it up with KANGEN water.
Right.
Yeah, and then 3 days after, I'll do the follow-up.
Okay, so you'll do the follow-up instead of your
Yeah,
client doing
right,
the follow-up.
right,
Okay, so you're
right.
really working with these people.
Right.
And are they doing a three-way call with you so they learn the process?
Usually, the demo that I'm doing when they are there, the present, actually that's part of the training.
That's part of their
That's
training.
training. So, and also, by the way, the 3 days that I do a follow-up, I usually tell the customer, hey, Amanda, did you feel anything? Like maybe you have headaches or pains or constipations,
Yeah.
because these are things that, part of detox.
Right. The
And if you don't tell that, they might say, because it happened to me.
Yeah.
It happened to me.
They get scared.
You get scared. Oh my gosh, I don't want to drink. I don't have the pain before I start drinking. And what happened?
Yeah. And so are you allowing them to drink like a 30-day supply or
Oh,
just
and-
3 days?
No, I fill it up like 5 gallons, whatever is you have available. I
Okay.
just fill it up because I still drink and also use this for cooking.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
not like you're coming back in another 5
No.
days and giving them more water. It's,
No.
it's then or never.
Right, right.
Interesting.
Right,
Okay, that's
right.
definitely a different style. I know
Right.
back where I live is we do water trials. It's
Oh,
usually 30
yeah.
days, and then they come back to your house and they get the water, and then they make the decision.
Yeah.
So you kind of took a different approach. You do the demo first without
Right.
them knowing much, give them the water for
Right.
5 days, and then close the sale.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Awesome. Great. So let's brainstorm some more ideas that we can really share with people. You're not on social media that much,
No. Mm-mm.
and you're the top guy in the company.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's so much. The social media aspect is great. It's
Right.
definitely awesome. But I feel like people kind of get into a loophole thinking that that's where they've got to spend all their time on social media,
Right.
and it then procrastinates them. Then when they do get a client, they don't really understand the business. They don't know how to close, and then pretty soon, 2-3 months later, they're like, "I'm quitting."
Right. Right.
And so you've
True.
not had to do any social media in order to do this.
No. Because I want,
Yeah.
hands-on. That's me.
And how many direct sales would you say you've done to get where you're at?
Wow. I think it's about 50.
So
About
50 direct sales.
Yeah.
How many sales a month in your organization typically?
When we started,
Yeah.
I was 2005. That's when we have like the first leader that I have. This is Jonathan Sombelio. So before, when I joined Enagic, there were already a lot of 6As, and then the sale was really low. We were 20, 30 sales, 30 units. So when this group came in, which is my direct, they're in the Philippines right now, Jonathan Sombelio, we're getting like 100
A month.
a month. So actually that particular year, we beat Japan for that just that
Good,
group.
good.
Yeah. So it was quite an exciting, moment
That's
in my
awesome.
part, and I'm so proud of them. They are 2-5,
Yeah.
2-4 in the Philippines.
Wow.
Yeah.
So out of the 50 people that you signed up, like like through your whole group every month, what would you say those sales would accumulate to around
On the 2005, it's about
Yeah.
100 to 100
in a month?
in a month. Then Romy came in the following year.
Uh-huh.
Now that would change the, the whole, yeah,
The whole
Enagic,
landscape.
yeah, in landscape. So the bit Romy and then Cynthia and then where it is,
And one of the lessons that I'm really learning is that, you get those people close to you that want to do the business.
Mhm.
You've got to get your arm with them, and you've got to hold them accountable to getting to where they want to
Yeah,
go.
you got to.
Because 50 people, guys, is not that many people to get where you've got.
Right.
And to have
Right.
that security that you have because you have a team that's producing.
Right. So what I do if there's someone like, example, Jonathan Sombelio, right? When I saw him and the group that is they are really into like gang ho, so I focus all my entire energy to them. I don't look for any other one, but just
Just that.
just
close
until
your
I
mind,
build up and build it up. Yeah, build
And
it
so
up.
you get to about a 5, 6A, and then you're kind of saying, hey, you're on your own. Or whenever they feel
Right.
comfortable.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, is there anything else that you want to add to help our new people starting out?
Well, the most important thing is number one, you have to believe in themselves, and you have to really focus why they're doing it, because that's the most important thing, Some people just like, oh, I just get in, just
Yeah.
just to be like a hobby. Maybe they're bored.
Yeah.
But if you really do this as a businessman, I mean, it makes completely a different
Different mindset.
mindset. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself, believe in the company, believe in the product.
And is
That's
there
the thing.
certain people that you would look for if you're trying to recruit somebody into the business? Is there a certain look that you're looking for, or a background that they have that you think they'd be good at this?
Usually I just work on my gut feeling.
Okay.
And it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
How about you? I said,
I
like,
look
I feel
people-
that.
Yeah, yeah. I look for
Sometimes
people
you look for
motivated.
people like that, and then suddenly it fizzles out.
Yeah. Well, and
We-
the excitement tends to keep people going for a while, but then there's sometimes they don't get the results
Right,
they want,
right.
and then life happens.
Right.
Then there's another thing that
Right.
comes, Shining Object
Personal.
Syndrome.
Right.
But then a year later they come back. It's
Yeah.
like if you
True.
just focused, you would have already been to where
True.
you want to go.
True.
So we got to, focus these people. Is there a way you found to really keep people focused?
No, you have to keep in touch with them,
Yeah.
really. Guide them, because sometimes they have personal issue. But in my experience, people who are really like a slow starter, they're the ones who's really going up.
Slow starters.
Yes, the slow starter, like
Yeah. Because they
start
take
building.
the time
They take the
to learn.
time to learn, and then suddenly, boom. So it's exciting business.
Yeah, awesome. Well,
Yeah.
what's your favorite part of this business?
Freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom of time. That I could spend with my family, I could travel wherever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could treat my family to a fine dining restaurant, you know, and unlike before, when I bring my family to a restaurant, I look at the price. I don't look at the
Right.
menu and say, woo!
Ooh, I don't think I'm gonna be spending that money there. Now you're just like, "Whoop, there we go. I'm
Right
picking
now,
it
I
up."
just go, you know.
Yeah, and your story is very inspiring about how
thank
you.
you.
Started with basically nothing.
Yes, thank you.
Your machine almost got confiscated
Right.
back because you couldn't afford the payment,
True.
and your
True.
wife was having some health issues.
Right.
And then you tried to make some sales, and the first one came back.
That's why after 45 or 125 sales, I mean
Yes.
demos.
Yeah, 125 demos. His first machine was sold. He was congratulated.
Yes. After a week and a half, we returned the machine. This guy.
They returned the machine after a week and a half. So if that's you out there and you're like, you know what, I've done 100 demos now, no one's buying,
Uh-huh.
this could be your next Jayvee.
Yes.
You know,
True.
he's got that
Just-
story, so could you. So the moral of the story is to keep taking action. He never
keep
stopped.
going, keep going. Yes, keep going. That's the key.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Yep.
As Mr. Jose would say, no more reverse.
You know where you're going, you're going to
You're
get
gonna
there.
get,
Keep
you're gonna
going.
get there. You're gonna get there.
Yeah.
And don't compare yourself to other people. And that's the most important thing. Because some get frustrated. You know, when you hear like distributor, oh, I made a 6A in 3 months, in 3 days. So
Yeah.
you know, just follow your face. You know, don't compare yourself. Some people get frustrated really.
Yeah.
Wow, how come they did it in 3 months? Me said, hey guys, I did it in 1 year and 2 months.
Yeah. And I know the people that do the 3 days like that, it's because they're coming from another MLM or another
Correct.
network marketing company.
Correct.
They bring their whole team along,
Right.
and of course, yeah,
Right.
they're going to go 6A in
yeah.
a day.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And then
yeah.
you coming in think you got to do that too. You're like, it's
Right.
impossible. How am I supposed to do that?
That's true.
So don't judge yourself.
Don't judge
against
yourself.
Others.
Right. That's important.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Jayvee,
You're
for
welcome.
taking your time, and we'll see you at the next event. Jayvee is my upline. We're going to be bringing together some events for
Events,
you guys
yes.
in Seattle, and it's going to
Woohoo!
can't wait. So thank you.
You're welcome. My new daughter.